Ever since I started high school, I dreaded the day that I would have to deliver this speech. Even just thinking about speaking in front of the whole school made me sweat because of the shy person that I am. But here I am, a senior in high school, giving the speech that I've feared for so long, which is exactly why I'm going to play it safe and answer the exact same questions every other senior has answered in their speech. How did I get here? How did I get through online schooling? And most importantly, how did Rolling Hills Prep shape me into the person that stands before you all today? Before I transferred to Rolling Hills Prep in 8th grade, I was a lost middle schooler, roaming a big public middle school campus. From a young age, I have struggled with learning differences, and unfortunately, the learning center at the previous school was of no help. Instead of giving us homework assistance, they slapped a study skills textbook from the 70s in front of us and gave us additional assignments. My parents noticed that I was starting to struggle academically in this large impersonal middle school and decided to send me to Rolling Hills Prep in 8th grade. I fought with them about this because I didn't want to leave my friends at middle school and go to a completely new place. Since I am standing before you all today, I think we all know who won that fight. For my first few days of RHP, I was again lost, wandering a new campus with new people, wondering where I fit in. I struggled to get used to the small class size. For a kid who was used to sitting in the back of the class where I would never get called on, it was a rude awakening to have to sit in a class with only 8 people where I couldn't hide. However, as the days went on, I started to notice some positive changes in myself. I started to build a core group of friends and found myself thriving in the small classes. Another benefit of attending RHP was that I could utilize the ACE program, which served as a safety net for me academically. Unlike the public middle school support program, I found the help that I needed and met people who I'm still friends with to this day. I found solutions to problems such as disorganization, improved my study skills, and got the accommodations that I needed. However, most importantly, my learning specialist not only understood me and my learning style perfectly, but also helped me learn more about myself as a student. Without ACE, I wouldn't have the confidence to stand here and talk to you all today. Because of the small classes, caring teachers, and the ACE program, school was mostly sunshine and rainbows. But then when COVID hit, all of a sudden I was thrust into online learning where I was forced to completely rewrite school as I knew it. Many students didn't know what to do, some teachers didn't know what to do, and for the first few months of online learning, it was a mess. In my junior year, I started to fall into a little bit of a depression because I was unable to see my friends and go out and have new experiences. It took a toll on me academically as well, as I started to let assignments fall through the cracks and just generally started losing motivation to really try in school. As the year went on, COVID got worse, making it even harder to get back to the life I lived before COVID. I felt like I lost out on an entire year of possible experiences. Before COVID, I took hanging out with friends, interfacing in person with teachers, and engaging in fun activities for granted. The isolation that we all faced during COVID showed me the importance of my friendships. My own struggles with isolation made me more sympathetic to people who deal with these problems on an everyday basis. Even though my COVID experience was unpleasant, it taught me these valuable lessons. Towards the end of my junior year, we finally got to go back to in-person school. When I learned that we were going to come back, I was ecstatic at the thought of returning to normal life in some way or another. I was surprised walking past people that I hadn't seen for a year and a half. After having been isolated for far too long, I realized how lucky I was to be back at RHP. The simple activity of sitting at a lunch table with all my friends for the first time in what seemed like an eternity took on a whole new meaning. So now I've answered the 3 questions every other senior has answered. How did I get here? I was dragged kicking and screaming, but in the end, I'm glad I'm here. How did I get through online school? Good question, I'm still figuring that out. And finally, how did RHP shape me into the person I am today? Being at RHP has given me a new appreciation for school, helped me understand myself, and connected me to people I will never forget. I will always value my friends, my teachers, ACE, and the family that is RHP. Thank you. Shout-outs. Tim, you were my first friend at RHP. Thank you for dealing with me through thick and thin. You will always go down as one of the funniest people I've ever met. I'm gonna miss you in college, but we gotta visit each other when we're in town. Colby, thank you for being one of my best friends and always driving me everywhere. You are one of the nicest people I've ever met, and I will always remember going surfing every day of summer with you. I'm gonna miss you in college, but have fun at High Point. Ashley, you are one of the funniest people ever, and I'm so grateful to have someone like you as my friend. You've helped me through so much over the 3 years that we've been friends, and I can't thank you enough for that. Devin, the energy that you bring to our friend group is truly unmatched. Thank you for being my friend during these high school years and making me laugh countless times. You're one of the smartest people that I know, and I know you're gonna go far in life. Jack, whether it's fast food runs during lunch in our free period or just hanging out at the tables, you never fail to make me laugh, and you are one of my favorite people to hang out with. I know you'll do well in college. Class of 2022, I want to thank the entirety of Class of 2022 for making school what it is and being able to make it through the pandemic. We've been through so much, and I want to thank each and every one of you for making school something I can look forward to. Mr. Tom, you've only been my ACE teacher for a little, but you've helped me so much in that small span of time. Thank you for always being there when I need help with homework or just need someone to talk to. Mr. Hune, even though you were only my ACE teacher for a year, you helped me grow as a student and as a person. You helped me get through the disaster that was the pandemic and helped me keep afloat when I started to sink. Thank you so much for all that you do. Mr. Holloway, I still miss listening to jazz while I have to write a 5-paragraph essay in your class. Thank you for being such a cool teacher and making English class something that I look forward to every day. Also, boo Patriots. Mom and Dad, words cannot describe how grateful I am to have parents like you guys. You constantly push me to be a better and better version of myself. You've stuck with me through the highs and lows and serve as one of my greatest inspirations and motivations. Thank you for everything you've done for me, and I hope I can repay you by making you proud in the future. There's more people that I would like to shout out, but I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to email them the shout outs. So, thank you.